troops of Operation Hadari Daji and other subsidiary operations have sustained various aggressive operations in the northwest zone of the country successfully. The gallant troops within the period carried out a series of clearance operations, ambushes, aerial and confidence building patrols. In one of the operations conducted on the 8th of November, troops of Operation Accord, acting on credible intelligence on the movement of suspected gun runners at Tangaza town in Sokoto State, arrested two suspects, Abubakar Mohammed and Ansi Usman Janare. Items recovered include one light machine gun, 4 AK-47 rifle magazines, 586 rounds of 7.62 North Atlantic Treaty Organization ammunition, 100 rounds of 7.62 special ammunition, and 1 motorcycle. The suspects are currently in custody for further action. Equally, on the same day, following credible intelligence about bandits' activities at Fegi Baza village in Safe local government area of Zamfara State, troops swiftly mobilized to the area and made contact with armed bandits. After exchange of fire, 2 of them were neutralized. Similarly, troops of forward operating base in Bagega on the 9th of November, acting on a tip-off, arrested a suspected bandits informant named Bashar around Kawai village of Anka local government area. Preliminary investigation revealed that the suspect allegedly sneaks into Bagega town every night to gather information on troops movement and pass the scene to his co-bandits. The suspect is currently in our custody undergoing investigation. Relatedly, on the same 9th of November, following credible intelligence on the movement of suspected a wife and collaborator of bandits, the troops of 17th Brigade attached to the Nigerian border patrol along Katsina Jibia Road arrested Mrs. Fatima Lawali from Shaku village of Zomi local government area of Zamfara State. The suspect claimed to have left the village to visit her parents in Kosa village close to Gahoni village in Katsina. However, preliminary investigation revealed that she was on her way to rejoin her husband, who fled Shaku village to Kano State for fear of being arrested. The suspect is currently in custody for further investigation. Within the period in focus, the air component of Operation Thunder Strike neutralized several armed bandits in the Kuzo area of Kaduna State as they attempted to move hundreds of raw-stored livestock through the area. In the same area, a notorious bandit leader named Saleh Turua and his associate Mohammed Sani Magaji. Okay, this one is in Katsina State. Denounced their membership to banditry and surrendered 10 AK-47 rifles to the Katsina State government. Now, you will see that in the northwest now, our operation have become more or less intelligence-based. Collaborators, informants are now being mocked up. That is a very positive sign that before long, the flash or minor activities of the bandits, of course, is bearing on people in the area, will soon be a thing of the past. Because the link between them and their activities are mostly their collaborators and their informants. So it is a big success for the operation in the northwest. And we hope that once this clamping down on informants, collaborations continue, which will, I can assure you that, because we are shifting more on intelligence-based operation to be able to get them cleared, and once we do that, to get them knocked out from the various hideouts, both in the forest and all over the place, with the 18 of the past. The High Command commends the various security agencies in that area for their action, and by this also we are requesting the locals to continue to cooperate with our security agencies by providing them with relevant information, so that our collective effort in taking out these criminals out of the zone will be achieved successfully. Now let us look at the Northeast Zone. In continuation of our efforts in the fight against terrorism in the Northeast Zone, several land and air operations were conducted by the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies with significant results. During the period, troops recorded laudable successes in both land and air operations. Within the period, the land component of Operation Lafia Adole, under the subsidiary Operation Fireball, conducted several robust operations. Troops executed attacks on terrorist hideouts and repelled attacks on untroops locations. During the encounters, the superior firepower of our untroops resulted in the decimation of several terrorists. Notably, between 7 and 8 of November, the gallant troops of 27 Task Force Brigade, located at Bunugiri of Gujba local government area of Yobo State, neutralized 5 Boko Haram terrorists. In the course of the encounter, cache of arms and ammunition were also recovered. On the 8th of November, troops of 151 Task Force Battalion deployed at our special response area Miyanti in Barma local government area of the state, while on fighting patrol made contact with a pocket of Boko Haram elements. The gallant troops instinctively engaged them with heavy volume of fire and consequently destroyed their hideouts. The troops further rescued 1 woman and 3 children unharmed from the criminals. In the same vein, the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Adole neutralized several Islamic State of West African province fighters and destroyed some of their structures, including a suspected fuel storage facility at Tumbu Alura, a terrorist logistics hub on the fringes of Lake Chad in the northern part of Borno State. The air raid was executed on the 8th of November on the heels of credible human intelligence as well as area surveillance missions, which led to the identification of a command post as well as a suspected fuel dump with large number of jerry cans and barrels concealed in makeshift structures within the settlement. The attack aircraft engaged the location, scored accurate hits in the target area, resulting in the destruction of the terrorist fuel dump. Several ISWAP elements were neutralized as a result of the airstrike. The Military High Command commends the gallant troops for their resilience, doggedness, and commitment executed during the encounters. They are equally encouraged not to rest on the successes so far achieved, but to build on them. The general public are hereby assured of the determination of the High Command of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to rout the criminal elements from the Northeast. From the North Central Zone, in continuation of intensive kinetic operations against armed bandits and other criminals, troops of Operation Safe Haven and Weststroke conducted raids at identified criminal hideouts successfully. Notably, on the 7th of November, troops of Operation Safe Haven conducted a dawn raid at an identified kidnappers' hideout in Kashit village of Zangu Kata, local government area of Kaduna State. During the operation, troops apprehended a kidnapper and gang leader, one Mr. Joshua Ilia. The suspect and his gang members were allegedly involved in some recent kidnappings in the general area. Presently, he is undergoing interrogation to be handed over to the relevant prosecuting agency. Similarly, on the 8th of November, troops of Operation Safe Haven, acting on a tip-off, arrested one Mr. Adamu Musa, posting as a Department of State Services operative at Jenta village in Pampan local government area of Plateau State. The suspect was subsequently handed over to the appropriate agency for further action. Additionally, troops of Operation Hadarin Daji on the 9th of November, in a follow-up operation after the arrest of a gun runner in Gusau, Zamfara State, arrested 4 suspected gun runners named Daniel Ishaku, Musa Bala, Abubakar Umar, and Mohammed Seydu at Jos Metropolis in Plateau State. The suspect had negotiated for exchange of some arms and ammunition, 1 AK-47 rifle and 1 magazine were recovered. Suspects are currently being held at operations at headquarters of Operation Safe Haven for further action. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the import of this you will see from Operation Hadarin Daji to Operation Safe Haven. Northwest, North Central. That is to say that this thing is cross-zonal, and that is the essence of Operation Accord. Collaboration, coordination between the various operations to ensure that we have a holistic approach to tackling the insecurity in the country. Now, if you will recall that one of the gun runners was arrested in Gusau about 2 weeks ago, and his source was traced to Jos. The same intelligence operations going on continuing led us to identify the people that supplied them. So the message to the criminals out there is that they cannot hide. Even if they are escaping, it's just for a while, but we're going to get all of them wherever they are. So both the collaborators, gun runners, it's high time they down their tools and embrace the available peace in the country and become part and parcel and reasonable of the society. That is the import. For them, the message to them. Wherever they are, they will be definitely be nipped. Now, a look at the South-South zone. They have sustained the fight against crude oil theft, pipeline vandalism, and illegal oil bunkering in the zone with significant successes. On the 10th of November, troops of Sector 2, Operation Delta Sail, got credible intelligence on plans by vandals to move Shell Petroleum Development Company's stolen pipes from Amabulo Federated Community, Ekremo local government area of Bayelsa State, to an undisclosed location in Warri, Delta State. Following this, the troops immediately mobilized on a fighting patrol to the general area. During the operation, the troops arrested 10 crewmen, a tugboat and barge loaded with 113 stolen pipes suspected to have been vandalized from the South Forcados Okukushi trunk line. The suspects and all recovered items have been handed over to the appropriate authority for further action.